Well, good evening and welcome back. Delmarva, the battle over the debt ceiling is over, with the Senate passing a measure to avoid a default and sending it over to the president's desk. Now, the White House is claiming it's a victory that avoided economic disaster. But as 47 ABC's Rob Flax explains, there were still many cuts that will be felt locally.
It's a good day for the economy. We've taken the threat of a default off the table, which means that no threat of an imminent recession and millions of job losses, which would have been the consequence of a default.
Lawmakers suspending the nation's debt limit until January of 2025, avoiding what they say would have been a disastrous default.
Paying our bills to Social Security recipients who are supposed to be getting their weekly checks. It means paying our bills in the form of making paychecks go out the door to members of the military. That comes from the United States Treasury. And of course, it means that all the people out there with T-bills, with Treasury bonds, are actually getting the monthly payments that they're owed under those.
While the White House is touting protections for Social Security and Medicaid, the measure will mean a rollback for food benefit programs like SNAP and TANF for those ages 50 to 54. Also in the bill, a ban on any further pauses of student debt payments.
And that was unfortunate. That's not something that we supported, but it was something that we felt like we had to include in this deal in order to satisfy the Republican demands.
Local food banks say they've seen demand for their services jump this year and fear the rollbacks could send even more people to their doors.
You know, really, we've seen in the last few weeks, really month, that we've seen a really increase in older people coming to our church, coming to our food pantries now, requesting food.
Although the deal did expand access to SNAP for the homeless and veterans, Adopt-A-Block Food Pantry Director Mark Thompson says any cut to food stamps are a mistake.
We're in one of the richest nations in the world, and no one should go without food.
Rob Flax, 47 ABC, WMDT.
Now, the White House also argues those cuts could have been more sweeping, saying Republicans initially asked for a 22% cut to veteran services, medical care, and other things like food inspections and air traffic control. Well, moving on here, as Maryland begins to implement increased access to medical and recreational use marijuana, opportunities are now open for businesses looking to get into the industry. The Maryland Department of Commerce announcing applications are now open for the first round of funding available through the Cannabis Business Assistance Fund. Now, this fund will help increase small business and entrepreneur ability to participate in the adult use cannabis industry. The first round of funding will help existing medical use licenses with the cost of converting to an adult use license. Applications will be accepted through June 30th. The application process can be found by visiting commerce.maryland.gov. Just look up Cannabis Business Assistance Fund. Well, Somerset County Public Schools are trying to determine the future of Smith Island's only school building. The remote Ewell School has seen declining enrollment and is facing budgetary constraints, leaving the future of that building uncertain. SCPS will hold a meeting to discuss next steps for students on the island on June 14th at 6 p.m. at the school. They hope to hear from parents across the district, not just those who live on Smith Island. At this time, we're going to throw things over to our meteorologist, Ulysses Garcia, for a look at this weekend's forecast. Ulysses?
Thanks, Rob. And checking out right now our Morse Roofing and Siding Sky Cam in Rehoboth Beach. A few people out enjoying the boardwalk on this Friday night. Overall, though, it is a mild night across the area. When it comes to weather watchers calling in, we have Josh in Marion Station at 66 degrees, and temperatures across the region overall not too bad. 62 in Ocean City, 67 in Wallops. A little bit milder the further west you go, though. 72 degrees in Easton, and the dew points right now dealing with a little bit of that mugginess, but we are tracking that chance for some of that fog to develop as we go throughout the overnight. So if these numbers continue to inch closer towards each other between the temperature and the dew point, that will indicate 100% humidity, leading for the chance for fog to redevelop, similar to what we had throughout the overnight hours this morning. Winds right now are relatively light, around 5 miles an hour. East at 6 in Salisbury, southeast at 5 in Wallops, east wind at 7 in Dover, calm winds in Easton. Satellite radar just ground clutter, but we did have some showers and actually a thunderstorm that made its way through parts of Kent County and Queen Anne's County earlier this evening. That actually produced a severe thunderstorm warning over parts of Kent County in Maryland. But everyone else, though, had a great day. Good amount of sunshine, but it was a warm one with temperatures tiptoeing their way towards 90 degrees. We're tracking cold front that's going to arrive tomorrow, bringing showers along New England, now getting ready to enter parts of the mid-Atlantic. It will eventually slide towards us throughout the day on Saturday, and that's going to bring us a big cool down. Now further down towards the south, already in the tropics, we're already dealing with Arlene, bringing scattered showers across the Sunshine State, but still the center circulation is over into the Gulf, and the latest is still a tropical storm, 40 miles an hour, but expected to weaken rather quickly when it comes to the fact that it's going to lose that intensity within the next 24 hours as it encounters that wind shear, along with the fact that it's going to encounter that dry air. So within the next 24 hours, Arlene is going to be a thing of the past. It was expected to be a short-lived storm anyways, as it was getting ready to encounter some unfavorable environments. Futurecast as we go throughout tonight, we'll have partly cloudy skies, tracking the chance for the fog. Going into Futurecast as we go throughout your Saturday, we have that isolated chance of a shower, but by the afternoon, we'll start dealing with some partial clearing, and that's going to continue throughout your Saturday night. Going into Sunday, though, it's going to be a beautiful day across the area, similar to what we had today when it comes to just the sunshine beaming, but temperatures will be about a good 15 degrees cooler. For tonight, temperatures dropping to the upper 50s to lower 60s. Isolated showers could even develop throughout the late overnight hours, but we could see that rain chance linger at least through the early afternoon, with temperatures topping on the mid 70s, winds out of the northeast at 10 to 15 miles an hour. And over the next 7 days, sunny skies on Sunday, mostly sunny on Monday. We'll warm things up to right around 80 on Monday, keeping in the lower 80s on Tuesday with a small chance of a shower. And as we go through the rest of the week, good amount of sunshine between the 70s and the 80s, low temperatures into the 50s. We'll have more sports after the break.